Welcome to Shom Machshava on the Daf. The month of Av is sponsored by the Einhorn family, Leilui Nishvas and Naftali Rabbi Cheskel. We're holding in Chulin Daf Tzadik Aleph, another Daf full of Agadata. And the Gemara, referring to Gida Noshe, in the source of Gida Noshe, says that when Yaakov Avinu was fighting with the Malach was on the right side of Yaakov. Why? So one explanation is Kervit Kachovim Nidmeloi. The Malach of Eisav that appeared to Yaakov, he looked like a Kachovim, he looked like a goy. And a goy also has to be to your right. The other explanation is Ketamichochem Nidmeloi. He looked like a Tamichochem, and a Rebbe, you have to be standing on his left. There's no Pele Godol that the Malach of Eisav can either be seen as a goy, or the Malach of Eisav can be seen as a Tamichochem. How do we understand this? So start just to mention what's brought down in the name of the Baal Shem Tov, and we brought down in many Sefer Chasidis, that the pshat is that a Satan, there's two ways how a Satan causes somebody to do an Aveiro. One way is just by influencing him to be bad, and the other way is to convince him that what he's doing is a mitzvah. And the Sfasemes adds to that, that's what it means, Vaseh Satan min faneinu me'achareinu. Sometimes the Satan is in front of you, it doesn't allow you to go forward. Sometimes the Satan is behind you, trying to push you too hard to tell you this is a mitzvah. Move forward to go do it. It's pretending to do something good, which really is bad. So that's one explanation brought down in the Sefer Chasidus. The Maharal here says Dover Omek Ad Me'oi to explain this Gemara. He says that in one hand, the Malachim are greater than human beings. The Malach is more sichli. The Malach is more spiritual than a human being. But on the other hand, the human being is greater. Why is the human being greater? So he says, it's brought down over here in the Sugyo, that Yaakov Avinu is Tmusi Chakuk al Kisei HaKavod. He has a Maile Eloikis that a Malach doesn't have. So there's aspects that the Malach is greater than an Adam, and there's aspects that the Adam is greater than a Malach. Says the Maharal, these are the two explanations in the Gemara. On one hand, we say the Malach seemed to be like a goy, meaning the Yisrael, the Yaakov Avinu, who represents Am Yisrael, is greater than the Malach. He's like Yisrael, klape a goy, because he's close to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Mitzad Sheni, the Malach looked like a Tamichochem. He looked like the greater person. He looked like the one who's more shalom, who's more ruchni, who's more spiritual, klape Yaakov Avinu. It depends how you look at it. And the explanation of the Maharal in the Sugyo is really the Nefesh HaChaim in Shar Aleph, Perek Yud and Yud Aleph. The Nefesh HaChaim there goes on to speak about this, discusses the Inyan, who's greater than who. Is a Malach greater than an Adam, or an Adam greater than a Malach? And he says that the Rishonim bring both things, and each one brings rayas to here and to there. There's so many rayas to each side, it must be that both are true. So he says a Malach is of course greater than an Adam. The Malach is so much more ruchni, he's so much more spiritual. But an Adam, you know what's great about the Adam, says Nefesh HaChaim? That he's mekasher kol ha'olamis. He connects the whole world. The Adam, all the worlds, everything in this world depends on the Adam. He connects everything together. And with this, he goes on to explain the Hemshech of our Daf. The Gemara in the end of the Daf speaks about the fact that the Malachim don't say Shira until Am Yisrael does. Why? Because the Malachim don't connect the worlds. The Am Yisrael does. So they're able to connect the world together. Once they gave the beginning of a Shira in this world, the Malach can continue. And he says that's the pshat in the Sulam of Yaakov Avinu. Sulam Yaakov Avinu is that the Malachim going up and down, but they're all dependent on him. He brings what Chazal say, doesn't mean in the ladder. They depend on Yaakov Avinu. So there's two nekudas that we have in Amud Beis that tell us that koyach of Adam greater than a Malach. This connects back to the sugi over here in Amud Aleph, the way the Maharal explains it. Because this exact debate, this exact discussion, these exact two aspects that you have, legabe, if an Adam is greater than a Malach is greater than an Adam. He says the Maharal, that's a pshat in the Gemara over here. Near when you look at Tamichochem, depends on these two opinions, or depends on these two aspects, that in one hand the Adam is greater than a Malach, on the other hand the Malach is greater than Adam. And the Maharal continues and says Chachom that said that hidden from the back, they hold both. So that's why they hidden for both sides. And the Maharal concludes and says, Dvarim elu hem amukim me'oid me'oid. Anyone who wants to join and respond to the Shom Machshava Shurim, please email shomachshava@gmail.com.